My name is Engineer Obadiah Simon Nkom, the Director General of the Nigerian Mining Cadastre Office. And to be able to now ensure transparency in terms of licensing, the licensing regime in Nigeria, some years ago, we had a system that was only computerized, but subsequently, in order to be able to now meet best international practice in terms of clear international principles of priority, use it or lose it, transparency, security of tenure, non-discretionary, and so many other international principles, but particularly when we narrow it down to transparency, we now had to migrate the system from a computerized system to a web-based system. That simply means an online system. The initial system did not give us that level of transparency that is needed because it was an intranet kind of system, which simply means that only from the mining cadastral angle you can see the system. But now we launched the web-based system, online system, 1st November 2022, and it was actually during the same kind of event, which is the Mining Week. So Mining Week has brought about the migration and then the launching, and then it simply means that the web-based system is an internet system, so it is more interactive. So whereby somebody can submit his application from anywhere in the world, particularly anywhere in the world, and in order to be able to create that transparency, what we see in Nigeria is what someone else will see anywhere in the world and anytime T. So it's real time. So it puts us to an aspect whereby people will definitely be able to now know that there's nothing you can hide. It becomes internet based. And as such, we work closely with the Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. And the essence of that is to open up the industry. Because as long as the mining cadastre is not transparent enough, then there is that aspect of opacity in the sector. And once licensing regime is transparent, then you can be sure that every other thing, you don't need to know anybody. You can submit your application in Australia. You can see what is happening to your licenses. You can see the procedures. And I believe that the essence of the web-based system, which is the electronic mining cadastral system plus, is a good thing for this country. And not every country has it. It opens up for transparency. And we've been able to now have commendations from EITI. We've been able to have commendations from the World Bank. We've been able to now have quite a number of commendations from foreign-based companies in terms of making it attractive. And what are the factors that show that transparency, it brings in more growth in the sector by way of more investors have started, more foreign investors have started surging into the mining sector. We are very conscious of the environment. We cannot live in isolation of climate change. We cannot live in isolation of the aspects of the carbon emission and so many other factors. The fact that we are conscious of that, we equally, at the same time, there's a department in the ministry called the Mines Environmental Compliance Department, which is saddled with that responsibility of environmental compliance in line with best international practice. Whether we like it or not, we are conscious of the ESG in terms of the environment and social and governance aspects. So it is a precondition from the Mines Environmental Compliance Department that when you are given a license, you must be able to now fulfill and get an environmental impact assessment prior to your development. We have another department, the Mines Inspectorate, which ensure equally carries out, supervises activity in the field you must be able to now have your mine closure plan. So the environment, we are very conscious of that. Mining cannot be carried out without being conscious of it. And any contravention of that can lead to revocation of titles. So we work in synergy with the Mines Environmental Compliance Department, with the Mines Inspectorate, and any environmental conditions that are not adhered to strictly, the license can be revoked. Nigeria, whether we like it or not, if we want to look at it, Nigeria is a mining destination. And we need to be able to now ensure that we put in all the necessary things. What makes Nigeria attractive is not only the population, is not only the large the space that we have, 924,000 square kilometers of land. There are so many other things. And when you look at the mining sector, we are conscious of the principles, international principles. First of all, is that principle applies to all. In terms of mining titles, we look at priority, which is an international principle. Use it or lose it. We give you the license, you must use it. And at the same time, transparency, and most importantly, non-discretionary. So looking at our local content in terms of our local people, we have different types of mineral titles. We have the small-scale mining lease, which is targeted 100% to our own national, because people coming, foreign investors, should not be seen as coming to take small-scale mining leases. So we are conscious of the local and give them that concession. And even when you have a small-scale mining lease, there are extension services that are given to small-scale operators. There are also aspects of actually organizing them into cooperatives. There are equally instances where you find, because government is conscious of the small-scale operation because of limitations in terms of implements, work implements and whatever, a department of artisanal and small-scale department was created in the ministry to be able to now take care of them. So looking at the local aspects, you know that yes, the government is concerned. But one other thing again, in terms of the international, one rule for all, non-discretionary. We don't say, oh, because you are from X country or Y country, we now give you priority. No. The international community are given the same rule. If it is any obligation for a mineral title, you adhere to it. So having done that, we believe that we have been able to now articulate that. At the end of the day, being able to now provide a Nigerian mineral resource decision support system, which is a one-stop platform whereby international communities from all over the world, it is online, will be able to now go into that and then download data, whether it is geological data, whether it is being able to now see the mining cadastre, whatever aspect. So that is why it is used and called decision support system. When you get to that platform, you'll be able to now take a decision. You have the data, you have the license platform, you have all in it. So all those ones are being done to be able, at the end of the day, to actually make sure that there's growth and development of the mining sector in Nigeria, especially when we have quite a number of minerals. We have minerals in Nigeria, and then it is abundantly available, and it is more or less like untapped. So it opens up the space for investments in Nigeria. And that is why, if one has to put it in one simple language, is Nigeria in Africa is the only mining destination for people to come and invest and take advantage of the geology and then the minerals that we have.